I got some on my tongue. I don't like that. I don't like that. Ooh, that burns. Burn, baby, burn. Woo! You know makeup is good when you can't wait to put it on your face again. I have so much new fun stuff that I'm just itching to put on my skin. We've got the new bronzing and shaping serum from Makeup by Mario. We've got the new Dew Bronze from Saie. We've also got the Pokemon palette from Colourpop. So yeah, let's just go ahead and put on some makeup because I cannot wait any longer. So I actually kept the box for the Colourpop Pokemon palette because it is so stinking cute. There's the back. So it has all the shade names. And basically this is just a really fun rainbow palette. So cute. I love the packaging. And on the inside, there's a bunch more little Pokemon up top. And then, of course, here is the color story. So fun, so perfect for summer. I've played with this palette only one time before. I was wearing a look in my best drugstore powder bronzer video. I used this palette to create that look, but I want to do another look. And that look I played with the yellows and purples mostly. So maybe we'll play with like the greens and the blues today. That could be fun. So I'm gonna prep my eyes really quick with my Anastasia eye primer. Oh, I forgot, a little bit of this goes such a long way. Ah! This eye primer is pretty new to my collection. I'm still testing it out. It is a bit more tacky than I'm used to, but I do like that it gives some good pigment, so it really brightens up the lid and kind of cancels out veins or discoloration. Let me zoom you in. All right, so I'm thinking we're gonna play with the greens. This tall grass shade is really speaking to me. It's like this beautiful Kelly green. And then I actually think I might dip into some of the pinks for like a watermelon moment. We'll see. Before I place the shadow down, I am going to create a guide with my little, epic smoke liner from NYX. This one is in the shade White Smoke. It's kind of an off-white color. And I think I want to do like a green kind of cut crease with pink all over the lid. But honestly, I'm not the best at cut creases. So I think if I create a little line first as a guide, it'll help me. And that way if I mess up with the symmetry, this is a little bit easier to blend out because it's white. So let's try this. Is that symmetrical? Lie to me. It's good enough, right? Right? Gonna like clean up the line a bit with this little brush. Cool. All right, once I have the general shape, we can add the green. I'm gonna take a flat brush just so it'll do most of the work for me. And I'm going to dip into tall grass. And I'm just gonna start stamping that over the line that we just made. And I like to tilt my head back so that I can really get in there. Because I have more folds and stuff, so when it's back, it's not as foldy. Cool. I'm gonna go do the other eye and then we'll move on to the next color. All right, JK, I do want to play with the blues. I am a sucker for blue. I can't help it. I can't help it. So I'm gonna take Cerulean City, which is a gorgeous sky blue. Cool, and then maybe underneath the green tall grass, we'll use the deeper blue SS Anne. Maybe just on like this outer half. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't think I want to bring it all the way in. Let's try this green. All right, and then let's do the deep blue Indigo City on the outer corner. Wow, that is pigmented. I'll bring it up to the crease and then we'll add more of the matte blue. This already looks a little bit matte, like it's not super shiny, but it is very pigmented. I kind of want to take this gorgeous light baby blue called Evolution. I mean, that looks so pretty. Maybe just pop that in the middle. Do I like that? I don't know if I like that. JK, let's take Viridian City, the deeper green metallic. It's got a little bit of a tealiness to it. Yeah, I think I like that better. Alright, yeah, I'm actually gonna bring the deep blue metallic out a little bit further. And then right here on this outer corner, I'm actually gonna take a little bit of the deepest green called Fainted. Whoa, this one is super powdery. There's a lot of kick up there. Just gonna stamp that on this outer corner here. Alright, let me see if I can do the same thing on the other eye, and then we'll move on to the base. Alright friends, so here are the eyes. Is it the best eye look I've ever done? No. Is it symmetrical? Also, no. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's kind of cool, right? Like, I think it's kind of cool. Lie to me, friends. Alright, let's move on to the base. Okay, so if you saw my last video, you know that I tested out the Makeup by Mario Bronzing and Shaping Serum as a primer, as a mix-in, and use it obviously as like a contour and bronzer. So today I wanted to test it again as a mix-in. I really liked the way that it looked mixed into my Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. This one in the shade Mont Blanc is a little bit too light for me, so mixing this in just makes it like that perfect touch deeper without making it orangey or sparkly or anything like that. So I'm gonna take like 2 pumps of my Nars and then 1 little half pump of this, and we'll see where that gets us. Yeah, I feel like that blends into my skin tone. And I found that when I mixed the Makeup by Mario Bronzing and Shaping Serum into my foundation, it didn't change the formula of the foundation. From what I could tell, it just gave it like a hint more luminosity and like obviously deepened it a little bit, but it felt the same like going on, which is good. Also, if my hair is looking a little bit gray, it's not because I have a lot of grays, which honestly, I probably do at this point, but I need to wash my hair, so I kind of OD'd with the dry shampoo, and it was really hard to get the white cast out, so excuse that. I'm just a hot mess. Eyebrows need plucking, hair needs washing. Probably should be doing those things, but I wanted to play with makeup. Story of my life. I think it looks really pretty. I love how versatile this product is. I love it for no makeup days. I love it for a mix-in. It's just chef's kiss beautiful. If you want a super punchy pigmented bronzer, as I said in that video, this is not going to be for you, but for natural girlies, for mix-in sort of purposes, it's amazing. For concealer, I'm just going to take an oldie but a goodie. This is the Makeup Revolution IRL Filter Finish Concealer. I love this concealer because on my skin, which I do have more dehydrated dry skin, this is pretty self-setting, so I don't have to really go in with powder, which I like, and it just gives like a very soft matte blurred sort of a look to the skin. I'm gonna mix 2 shades. I have C4 and C1. C4 is a little bit deep and peachy. C1 is obviously a bit too bright. So I'm just going to mix the 2. But I am going to take a little bit of C1 just for a little bit of a, like extra C1 just to do some brightening. Let's kick it back old school YouTube style. But I love this concealer because it's very smoothing on the under eyes. If you have a lot of hollowness like me, a lot of times concealers can like emphasize the hollowness under my eyes, especially more hydrating concealers, which stinks. Because again, I do have dry skin, so I like something that is not super matte or drying, but I don't want it to sink into fine lines or emphasize the hollowness I have. And I find that concealers like this with more of a natural satin matte finish or a self-setting property are usually really good at sort of smoothing out this area. I will say I don't think the color range in this product is very good, but I do really like the formula and the price point. And I would say it gives a good medium coverage. I'm going to be really careful around this eye area. I'm going to take a little bit more of that concealer on the back of my hand, and I'm going to just get really close to this eyeshadow so I can be really precise. So I'm taking a smaller brush. I'm just mixing those 2 shades together. And I'm just gonna try to get really close without messing up all my hard work. So technically that concealer is not a new product, but it's really good. So I wanted to reuse it again because I haven't used it in a while. So technically it's kind of like a rediscovery. Oh, also I wanted to note that I did apply a half lash. I used these lilylashes, butterfl'eyes 3D faux mink lashes in the style Dreamy. It's an accent lash. I picked this up maybe a month or so ago. It was featured in an Ulta haul I posted on my channel. So I'll link that in case you're interested. And I've used these a couple times and I really do like them. I purchased these because they were on sale, but so far I like them, but I don't know if I would repurchase them full price because I feel like I can get the same effect with like just cutting Kiss lash in half and you get more of them for even less money. So I don't know fully if it's worth the price, but they do seem to be pretty sturdy and they're holding up rather nicely. So we'll see, only time will tell. So far I like them, but I'm not completely like sold. All right, so I did want to reuse this bronzer from Saie. This is their new Dew Bronze. I have the shade Salt, which I do really love the tone of this because it's like a neutral, leaning, cool tone liquid bronzer, but it's not too like gray or ashy, and it does sheer out really, really nicely. I really liked the formula the first time I used it. However, again, if you see that video, you'll notice that I did get a little bit of patchiness when I was using both the bronzer and the blush. I don't know if I just layered the product too many times or what. It could have been user error, but I do want to play around with it some more just to see, you know, was it the product? Was it me? Because I have heard other people having similar issues with patchiness, but then there's people who really, really love the blush, so I don't know. I desperately need to clean my brushes. I'm just gonna dot a bit on my forehead or my 5 head, and then take this little brush from Morphe and just start patting it in. I do want to like make sure it gets blended, but I don't want to like swipe too hard. It looks really pretty on the skin, and honestly I didn't have much patchiness with the bronzer. It was the blush really, but I did, again, I layered up a lot of products. So let's just see. I do love how easy it blends, and I love how natural it looks on the skin, and I really do love the tone. Like, it looks really dark and intense at first, but it's kind of semi-sheer, like you can still see your skin underneath, which I like because it doesn't look like a stripe of brown pigment on your skin. It looks like your skin is just tanned. So I don't know. I really like that doesn't look patchy to me. You'll have to tell me what you're seeing on camera, but in person, I don't feel like it's looking patchy. And with all liquid products, I do like to work in sections. I don't want it to dry down in certain areas and be more difficult to blend. So I just like to kind of work in sections, and I just find that's kind of the most foolproof way. Whenever I do my makeup like this, I'm so scared that someone's gonna come knocking on my door, like one of my neighbors, and I'm just gonna have to answer it like mid crazy glam. Hey, what's up? What's up, Susie? Yeah, sure, I'll watch your dog when you go on vacation. Totally normal. I mean, I don't really care what people think, but it's just funny because then they just open the door like, whoa, oh, hey, what's going on? Like, they're just not expecting it. So I'd rather have no makeup than be like halfway through something like this because, I don't know, it just looks even more crazy. Like, see, look, can you tell there? I feel like it's picking up on itself a little bit when I tried to layer it there. But yeah, anyway, I'd almost rather have like no makeup or be like fully done, because being like in the process is just so awkward. And yet here I am on the internet having you all watch me be in this awkward state. I know, life doesn't make sense. Anyway, I don't know, it's really hard to tell with these lights. I feel like it doesn't build upon itself the best because it is slightly tacky. So it just might be one of those formulas that you want to do like one layer and then you're done. Maybe a sponge would be better. I'll have to try it with a sponge next time, but I do feel like when you try to layer it too much, or even just once, it can get a little bit patchy. So just something to keep in mind. I'm torn because I do really like the effect and I like the tone of it. So I think on like a no makeup day, when you're doing like super natural makeup, and you're really only gonna need a little bit. I think I'll be reaching for this product, but if I wanna really build it up, I don't know if it's the most trustworthy. So this is a new lip liner. I don't know if it's really new, but it's new to me. It's from the brand Honeybee Gardens, and it's in the shade Island Spice, and I really love the shade of this. It's like a reddish, warmish, brownish nude, and it's a wooden lip liner, but it's really creamy and it lasts really well on the lips. And it's slightly deeper, but not too intense. I think it's under $10. It's really nice. Like, look at that shade. Oh, it's perfect. It's so, so, so good. I think you can find this brand on Target's website or maybe on Amazon, but I sort of picked this up on a whim, and I'm so glad that I did because I really, really love it. Again, it's a wooden lip pencil, but it's not dry like a lot of wooden pencils can be. It glides across the lips, but it's not too glidey to where it feels like it's just gonna disappear within 5 seconds or it's gonna slip and slide around. This one does have pretty good longevity, sets down, and it stays pretty well. And again, I love the tone of this. It's so good. So I'm gonna actually fill in my lips with this because I have a gloss, but it's clear. Love that color. Love it. I'm actually really scared for this this next product. So I haven't even tried this yet. It's a new product, I believe, to the market. I think it launched earlier this year, and it's new to me. I've never tried it, obviously. I got it from my sister-in-law, actually, and she gave it to me because she hated it. So I'm a little apprehensive, to say the least. I'm super scared because she said it was literally so painful. It is the NYX Duck Plump. So this is their like plumping lip gloss. I do love the NYX Fat Oil Lip Drips. One of my favorites. You can see I've used it and abused it. I do love a lot of NYX lip products, actually. Their lip liners, their butter glosses. I'm a fan. But this scares me. It really does scare me. This one is in 01, clearly spicy. It even has like a caution sign on it. All right, here we go. Ooh, it's very thick and kind of like gel-like. Gives a good shine to the lips. Like, it feels nice. Feels slidey, doesn't feel super goopy. All right, we'll see. So far, I'm not writhing in pain, but give it a little time. I'm a baby when it comes to plumping lip products, so Ashgard. Oh, I got some on my tongue. I don't like that. I don't like that. Ooh, it's like burning my mouth. Okay, don't get it in your mouth. Let's move on to highlight and blush before things start getting crazy. It kind of tastes like spicy food almost. I'm using the ColourPop Super Shock highlighter, by the way, in Lunch Money. Okay. This is not a new product, but I don't have a new highlighter. But since we're doing ColourPop on the eyes, I wanted to pull this out. And honestly, I have not given it enough love because it is such a good formula, but I just haven't used it in a while. It's so pretty. And so like natural looking while still being impactful. Ooh, I love it. Here it is in the pan. I really love this one. It's like a slightly yellow champagne, but it's not too golden. So I find it works really well on my skin. My lips are literally burning. Ooh. Ooh, that burns. Burn, baby, burn. Woo! Oh, I can't even focus with this. Like, I can't even think. Let me set the brows. CoverGirl recently launched a lot of new eyebrow products. They launched a more triangular, like pomade pencil. They launched a nano pencil, which I'm interested in trying. And they launched a clear gel wax, which I have been loving. It is super heavy duty, a little bit thicker, but it does really, really like hold your brows and shellac them. That is the newest brow gel I have, but it's upstairs and I am honestly too lazy and too much in pain right now to go get it. So you'll just have to forgive me. I'm gonna use my Milani clear brow gel. Wow, NYX was not playing. This is a really great, like, simple, no fuss brow gel as well. It's not as long wearing or like sturdy as the CoverGirl, but it's like a flexible hold. It doesn't remove the product underneath clear brow gel. I really like this one too. Oh, we need blush. Come on, we can't have a makeup video in 2024 without blush. What color do we want? Ooh, that could be fun. Go like full tropical bird. This is the NYX liquid camo blush, or not NYX. Ugh. This plumping gloss is like eating away at my brain cells. This is the e.l.f. Camo liquid blush that launched earlier this year, and it is definitely going to be in my yearly favorites. It is such a good formula, and I love this shade specifically for the summertime. It is like a tropical fruity drink on your cheeks. It's so pretty. This would be perfect for that like sunset blush trend that's going around right now. It's in the shade Coral Crush. It's a coral, but it's not too orangey. It almost has a slight neon sort of quality to it, so it just really brightens up your cheeks. Okay, for this amount of pain, my lips better be 5 times bigger. But did you see how easy that just blends? It is so pigmented, so honestly, this is gonna last you like a lifetime. This layers on itself too. It doesn't get patchy, it doesn't pick up the product underneath. So, I mean, if I was gonna pick between the two, I feel like the e.l.f. is really, really good for a fraction of the price. Obviously, the saie has perhaps some better ingredients for your skin, and I do like the sheerness of the saie, but I mean, for buildability, is buildability a word? For just the pigment and the color and the ease of use and how much bang for your buck you get, I mean, these e.l.f. ones, you really can't beat it. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of my Milani highly rated mascara to my lower lash line. I don't really want to do too much on the bottom because I want the top to be like the focus. This lip gloss though, woo! What is up with the hair? Okay, come on hair, get it together. Okay friends, we made it to the end of this makeup look. My lips are on fire, but we're here. Let me just give you some quick speed reviews on everything that's new that I'm testing again, retrying. You know, I will again give you final updates as I continue to test these products, but these are my thoughts as of this moment. The Pokemon x Colourpop palette, I think the packaging is so adorable. I really like the color story. It's so fun. It's like Skittles, taste the rainbow. That is what this palette is giving me, total Skittle vibes. I love all of the shades that I've used so far. I will say it's not like the most pigmented, highest quality eyeshadows I've ever tried, but it is standard for what Colourpop's formula always is, I would say. If you've tried Colourpop in the past, this is not gonna be like a total surprise. You're gonna get what you expect to get, if that makes sense. For this price point, it's hard to find shades like this at the drugstore. You know, there's not a lot of options. So I do really like that this is an option for something more affordable. I haven't used all of the colors yet, but the ones that I have used I feel like are pretty pigmented. They build up nicely. This one, Fainted, is so intense, but I will say this one had a lot of dusty fallout. Like you just tap your brush in and it is like flying everywhere. So just something to keep in mind. It does have a couple of like glittery shades in here, so if you don't like that sort of thing, you're probably not going to want to use those two, but they are really, really pretty. They don't feel like super scratchy, and the sparkles slash glitters are like really tiny, so not anything that looks super dangerous, like it's going to scratch your cornea, but I'm not a professional. I would feel comfortable using them on my eyes. Anyway, the other shimmers are pretty good. Nothing to write home about. They're not like indie shadows. Not going to be like a multi-chrome, super like gasp, but they're pretty. You do have to kind of work with them to smooth them out on your lid. They can be a little bit bunchy, so you just have to make sure you're like taking the time to really smooth them out. And they're not like the most high shine reflective metallics I've ever tried. But overall, I think it's really cute. I do think it's a bit pricey for what it is. It's $30, but it's Pokemon. If it wasn't Pokemon and it was $30, I would say skip it. But if you really love Pokemon and you think these colors are fun, then I don't think you'll be disappointed in it. Moving right along, the Makeup by Mario Bronzing and Shaping Serum. Again, I love this. Super sheer, but I think it's really pretty and versatile. So just know what you're getting into, but I do really, really like it. Oh, and yeah, obviously this is the one that has the little doe foot and the pump. So it's a very versatile product. Again, the lashes I think are really pretty and they seem pretty sturdy, but I don't know yet if they're fully worth the price. The Saie bronzer I think is really pretty. I like the tone of it. I like how seamless it looks on the skin. I like how it has a semi-translucency to it that looks very sheer, natural, like effortless. I think this would be really pretty on like a no foundation makeup day. I think it's best suited for that style of makeup. Maybe not something so full glam like this, because it's not going to be super intense pigment, and if you do try to build it up, it can get a little bit patchy. Same thing with the blush. The more you try to build it up on itself, it sort of starts picking up that product again, because it does have a slight tack to it. So it kind of like sticks and picks it up again, if that makes sense. So I think it's good, but not like the greatest thing ever. But I do think it's good. Like, I'll continue to reach for it, but with the caveat of knowing like it's not foolproof. The lip liner is a winner. If you see this on Target or Amazon or in stores, wherever Honeybee Gardens is sold, I think the formula is really great. So definitely recommend this. The lip product, it is still burning. If you do not like a burning lip product, you will not like this. If you get it in your mouth, it's going to make your tongue tingle, and it's going to go down the back of your throat and taste really weird. Does it make my lips look bigger though? Let's see. I don't know. Maybe slightly. Slightly? Is it worth it though? I mean, I don't know. Honestly, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'll say that. It's not unbearable. So take that for what you will. I think it's fine as a lip plumper. It has a glossy finish. It's not overly sticky. It doesn't feel super uncomfortable other than the burning. But if you don't like lip plumpers, you're not gonna like this because it is pretty intense. So take that for what you will. You have been warned. You have been cautioned. Does it give you the duck pout? I don't know. When I was in high school, the duck pout was like how you posed in the mirror, like getting ready with your friends, you know? Anyway, guys, that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was fun, entertaining, informative, something, all of the above, something. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this and become friends with me on the internet. I feel like all of you guys are honestly like my best friends, so it means the world to me if you do subscribe. I hope you all are doing so well, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.